My name's Joe Hinkle. This training video is on HSA scheduling. We begin where we left off from a previous video on developing and identifying playlists. Now, in that previous video, I only identified one playlist called PL1. It comprised of two sequences, one of Carol and one of Frosty. Since that time, I added another one, which I called just Carol. It's just one sequence because I wanted multiple playlists going into scheduling. So we come up here and we hit on schedule. Now, predefined, there is a schedule for every day of the week. If you do not go in and add anything to this schedule, it stays inactive. If the schedule is inactive, it won't play during that particular day of the week. Now, as a side note, we'll get into this when we get into SD card creation. If you want to develop an SD card that plays from midnight to midnight, 7 days a week, one playlist, you don't need to do anything in scheduling. There's an option in SD card selection that will automatically create schedules for 7 days a week where a single playlist will play from midnight to midnight. So it'll play all day and all night. It'll turn off when you turn off power. If, on the other hand, you want to schedule yourself, that's what we're going to look at now. So let's say we want to develop one for Sunday. We're going to click on Edit Sunday. And you can read here what it's about. Now, I'll apologize. You've got hours and minutes where you got to type numbers into. This happens to be an application running into a browser. They don't have a nice small time picker. All browsers want these really nice big objects. I just wanted a nice little number where you could pick the hour and the minute. Now, this is 24-hour, this is military time, so it's based on 24 hours in a day. And I've identified up here what you do. So let's say we want to do a playlist. So we're going to left click on the playlist that highlights, and we want to add it here. We want it to start at 1300, which is 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and we want to run it until 15, which is 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Let's say then we want to run just Carol, and we want to run just Carol all night long. So we can add that here. We want to run it from 6 o'clock, which is 1800, and we want to run it to 21. Now, if we turned around and said, oh, you know, I really want something to get moved up here, just add your time, and when you hit submit, these will be sorted into proper categories. So I'll show you. Let's do an add Carol. Let's do a Carol here. Well, let's say we want to start him at 9 o'clock, and we're going to end him at 10 o'clock in the morning. Now, if we hit submit, we're going to end up saving it. If you notice, that schedule is ready to play. We can edit it. When we come back up, notice it's been resorted where just Carol plays from 8 o'clock in the morning to 10 o'clock in the morning. Play 1 plays from 1 o'clock in the afternoon to 3, and just Carol plays from 6 until 9. We didn't make any changes. We'll just hit cancel. It's always a good idea to come up and save your configuration. And you can go through for each day of the week, just as I've shown you, and edit or create a schedule for each day of the week. That concludes this training video on scheduling within HSA.